Bosnia and Herzegovina is a strange country. First of all, the name is weird and long, and there are two political entities in this one country. I guess it's like Great Britain and Northern Ireland. There are British people and Irish people in the same country, so in Bosnia and Herzegovina, there are Bosnians and Herzegovinans.
Oh no. There are no Herzegovinans. They are all called Bosnians.
But you just told me there are two political entities.
Yes, one is called Bosnia and Herzegovina, the other one is called the Republic of Spruska.
That's strange. So why don't you name the country Bosnia and Herzegovina and Republic of Srpska?
Oh, that'd just be too weird and long.
Okay, I guess Bosnia and Herzegovina is not a long name at all. What a succinct name, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Rolls right off the tongue, right? And why include Herzegovina if there are no Herzegovinans?
Well, you see, Bosnia and Herzegovina, these are geographical regions, and the country covers both of them, that's why.
But by this logic, shouldn't Turkey be called Republic of Asia and Europe? Or Anatolia and Rumelia? Next you're gonna tell me there are two presidents in this country.
Actually, there are three.
Wow, my bad. I guess one for Bosnia and Herzegovina, one for Srpska, and the other one represents the entire country?
Oh no. One for ethnic Bosniaks, one for ethnic Croats, and one for ethnic Serbs.
I see. Imagine in the United States, you have 5 presidents. One for the whites, one for the spicy whites, one for the blacks, one for the Indians, and one for the Indians. That's not confusing at all.
But in America, most people more or less speak the same language. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, each ethnic group has their own distinct language.
Really? So you're saying there are 3 languages on the passport? That's fascinating. Let me see. Wait, I see English and only 2 other languages.
That's because Croatian and Bosnian are very similar, so we just use one writing for both languages.
So basically these are the same language?
Of course not. Allow me to explain using a metaphor. This zebra has white stripes on a black background, just like Bosnian. This zebra has black stripes on a white background, just like Croatian. And this zebra has intermittent black and white stripes, just like Serbian. You see how different they are?
Hey guys, welcome back to Papers, Please, and today we're doing Bosnia and Herzegovina. As a country suffering from schizophrenia, I mean a country that's got 2 political entities inside, what's better than reviewing 2 passports at the same time? Here we have a Bosnian ordinary passport from 2009 and a service passport from 1997. This is the first time I'm reviewing a service passport. Could be fun. For those who don't know, a service passport is sometimes called a public affairs passport or official passport. It's a travel document issued to people who are traveling on official government business but are not diplomats. Ordinary passports, service passports, and diplomatic passports usually come in different colors, as you can see here. The interesting thing here is that the service passport from 1997 is rocking a totally different coat of arms. This was actually the original coat of arms used by the country when Bosnia became independent from Yugoslavia. This design is based on the symbol of the Old Kingdom of Bosnia. The stripe represents the sword of the Bosnian king, television rocker, and the 6 lily flowers called Fleur de Lis represents 6 Frenchmen. This old coat of arms was used alongside the old flag, on which you can see some of the same elements, but both the coat of arms and the flag are obsolete nowadays. The coat of arms was criticized as not inclusive enough because the symbols basically only represent the Bosniaks and not the Croats or the Serbs. So it was changed in 1998, just 1 year after this passport was issued, making this passport a rare Bosnian passport that still carries the old coat of arms and very cool. The new national symbol was also used as the flag after the old flag was cancelled for the same reason. You'll have a lot of people telling you that the stars represent this and the triangle means that. To tell you the truth, the stuff on the coat of arms doesn't have much meanings behind them, and that's the whole point. If there were any meanings, the three ethnic groups in the country will go at each other again like they did in the 90s.
Everybody just calm down.
Count of three, we're all gonna put down our guns. We'll put down our weaponry on the count of three.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2,
2,
3.
It's hard to imagine this passport was issued just 2 years after the end of the Bosnian War, which saw some of the most brutal genocides in modern history. The first page of the service passport looks pretty elegant. The country's name is indeed written in 3 languages, but these are Bosnian, English, and French, and the name of the passport only comes in English and French. You got a coat of arms on each side, and under the black light you can see the security fiber as well as the country's names and page number. Turn to page 4 and 5, we have the passport declaration, written in Bosnian, Croatian, English, and French. Hey, no wonder the Serbs felt left out. On page 5, it tells the official capacity of the passport holder. The stamp is very well preserved. Another thing about display languages, the reason you sometimes see 4 display languages and sometimes 3 is that some words in Bosnian and Croatian are the same. They only show 4 languages when there's a difference. Page 6, Turkish entry and exit stamps. Quite obvious that even back in the 90s, Bosnians did not need a visa to visit Turkey. The Bosniaks in the country are generally very pro-Turkey, being fellow Muslims. Plus, Bosnia was a part of the Ottoman Empire a long time ago. On page 7, there's an exit visa for the passport holder to leave Bosnia. It's not uncommon for a service passport holder to have to get permission to leave his own country. That's the annoying thing about service and diplomatic passports. You have to get permission to make every move. Page 8, a visa to Austria. A side note, it says Austria, not Schengen states, because Austria only became a Schengen state in December 1997, just a few weeks after this visa was issued. On page 17, we can actually see a Schengen visa issued by Austria in 1998. Not much difference except the countries it's valid for. Both visas were issued in Zagreb, Agram is the German name, a special work visa free of charge, and laser patterns for anti-forgery. On page 13, there's a German Schengen visa as well. It's basically the same, so I'll just spare you the details. In terms of security, every page's got microtext and watermarks showing the name of the country, security fiber and laser text, which I have previously shown you, plus the center thread, which is fluorescent. The final page has got some notes, pretty standard. Overall, it's a beautiful passport. The old coat of arms is rare and the color is nice. Next up, the regular passport from 2009. It's lost the French, but not entirely. You'll see what I mean by that in a moment. Open it up, you'll find the name of the country written in 7 places. Don't believe me? Let's count them. The reason that they're obsessed with the name is that there's nothing else to write. Bosnia and Herzegovina is a country that doesn't have a national motto. There's no spirit or shared belief behind this country. On the inside front cover, you can see the name of the French company who's tasked with manufacturing this document. I told you French didn't vanish from this passport. As for the decorative element, you can probably guess that's gonna be this thing over and over again. On the first page already, you can see the stars, the stars, the stars, and it goes on for the rest of the passport as well. The funny thing is that the map shows Western Europe in the center and puts Bosnia on the sideline. This is because the masterminds who are controlling this country are Western Europeans. Due to the strategic location of the country in the Balkans, Many international political powers were involved during the Bosnian War, such as the NATO, UN, the United States, and the Europeans. After the war, the office of the High Representative was set up in the name of overseeing the implementation of the peace agreement. But in fact, the power of the High Representative is so great that it renders the country's 3 presidents useless. On many sovereign matters, such as designing the coat of arms or choosing a national flag, it was the High Representative who made the final decision. Some have criticized that the High Representative is set up like a viceroy to a colony. And even though the High Representative was supposed to be coming from the international community, in reality, every single one of them is a bureaucrat from the European Union. And you wonder why the stars on the Bosnian flag look eerily similar to those on the EU flag, and why Bosnia puts Western Europe on the front and center on its passports. Alright, when it comes to security, you got the fiber woven in, laser text and watermarks on every page. The fluorescent center thread is there as well, a special feature showing the coat of arms yet again on the bio page. There's something interesting on the back though, photos for family members and information regarding accompanying persons. I think they are there because this passport used to belong to a minor. I doubt these sections are universal on every passport. On this very last page, you got some notes to read. I think the new one has become more generic and not as quirky and beautiful as the old one. But I know that Bosnia gained visa-free access to the EU countries around the time of this new passport, so in terms of mobility, the new one obviously wins. Which one do you think is better looking? What did I miss about Bosnia? Comment below, let me know. See you soon.